Nobody talks about how healing happens in the most ordinary moments. But I learned this sitting on the same park bench every Tuesday for 3 months after my world fell apart. I was 22 when my childhood best friend died in a car accident. Everyone expected me to bounce back, to process grief like checking items off a to-do list. But grief doesn't work that way. It sits heavy in your chest, makes coffee taste like nothing, turns your favorite songs into reminders of what you've lost. That's when I started going to Riverside Park. Not for any grand reason, just because walking felt better than sitting in my apartment drowning in sympathy texts. There was this weathered bench overlooking the pond where an elderly man named Frank fed ducks every Tuesday at 2 p.m. At first, we just nodded. Then he started sharing his stale bread with me. Week after week, we sat in comfortable silence, watching mallards paddle in lazy circles. Frank never asked why I looked like I'd been crying, never offered empty platitudes about everything happening for a reason. One Tuesday, Frank didn't show up. Or the next. I kept going anyway, bringing my own bread, continuing our ritual. Months later, I realized something had shifted. The weight in my chest had lightened. Not because the grief disappeared, but because I'd learned to carry it differently. Healing isn't dramatic. It's not a breakthrough moment or a sudden revelation. It's showing up to the same bench, feeding the same ducks until one day you notice you're not just surviving anymore. You're living again. Quietly, but fully. Sometimes the most profound transformations happen when nobody's watching.